You quiet over there. You tired, yo? All right, we live, bro.
They clowning Daniel Caesar at the what's it called, Rocket City? Is that tour? Chris said he's uglier than they thought he was.
Oh shit.
And it's kind of bad. I saw my whole girl video. We're live. Episode 14. I didn't ask anybody because I finally remembered.
My
Not
man.
safe for ears. It looks like Danny's in here, but Danny's blending perfectly with the background a little bit. What's up? Yeah, for a second it looked like it's just me. We got Marvin in the back. He's
My
talking.
bad, I'm trying to.
He's talking to a Filipino lover.
No, never that.
Filipino lover?
I don't know where I even came from with that Filipino lover. Hey, you got to include everybody. And we got Denzel in the back. He's usually doing his AV thing, but today he's just doing nothing. Well, actually doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to pin somebody.
Sorry, we got all kinds of complications we're trying to figure out over here.
Our guest is being extra black today,
Extra.
and he is on his way.
Yeah.
Is he half black?
Yeah.
He's just light skinned.
Like his friends.
He just like us.
Anywho, while we're waiting, we'll just introduce ourselves again. My name is Nicky Nick with a K. To my right, we have.
MG2_fit.
To my far right, we got.
Danny _lifts.
And then we got the dude who, just when I'm about to introduce him,
He would disappear right out of the screen, right?
he's always doing something for the betterment of the actual podcast.
That is true.
Alright. Skywalker.
And we got Skywalker.
Yes, indeed.
Let's do a quick recap on your weekends, man. Who wants to? We haven't been this close in a minute.
No homo.
Who wants to go into what happened last weekend? Anything fun? I mean, yeah, I know what I'm gonna talk about.
This weekend?
Just passed.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I've been sick, yo.
I was gonna say,
like 5 hours
What
ago.
are you talking about?
I ain't been feeling good,
Dan,
yo.
you on Lord? No.
I'll go. I saw. Damn, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Infinity
Avengers.
War.
Infinity War.
Listen to me.
Hoorah.
Listen to me, man. IMAX 3D. Fucking wonderful. And try to go somewhere with the new seats, not the old ass seats.
I was about to say, did you go with the one with the moving seats?
Man, they ain't had the moving seats in this other place.
Moving seats?
Yeah.
The movies of the movie?
Dog, so they got the D-box ones that actually move like a roller coaster with the movie.
Yeah.
But now AMC and Cinemark, for most of their new locations, they're renovating. And it's like leather fucking seats, pull out, you can
Oh, like the one in security?
Yes.
Security Mall got moving seats?
Yes,
They
AMC security
fuck
up
outta
there.
here, yo.
Yo,
They
did it right.
redid
The
Good
budget-
job,
the
security.
budget inside, it's huge seats, too.
Look,
That's
if
crazy. I'm
he
highly
says it's
surprised.
huge,
I'm
you know
highly
it's nice.
surprised.
They're nice fucking seats. So Avengers, Infinity War, that shit was lit. It was funny. It was great action, great storytelling. And it started from jump. You don't wait 20 minutes with that shit. That shit start like Star Wars, and then motherfuckers they going.
If you've ever seen that, like,
so
Avengers work.
this is what I want
That's
you
how
to
they
do,
do.
yo.
So that's what I did.
As somebody who doesn't watch many like comic book movies and shit, why would I watch that? Tell me what would make me want to watch it.
If you're Netflix and chill, it's all right. Put it like this. We mean like the genre specific or just
when
If somebody is done,
so like because
action
you
stuff.
went the first weekend to go see Infinity War, right?
Right.
Me, I still haven't seen Logan yet, and I want to see Logan,
See,
but it's
Logan, that if you are even if you're not a comic book fan, like if my kid was like 6 or 7 and they was watching their first like gory movie, maybe that's a little too early. Maybe 8. This motherfucker's gonna be terrible.
like, did you say 6? Watching a
Yeah,
gory movie?
I started earlier. My family's fucked up. So Logan is a cool movie, even if you don't like know the backstory. Like Logan, I don't know if everybody's seen that.
I haven't.
Yeah,
It's like realistically dark. It's like the Batman flip, where you could just watch him. Like only thing Dick weird about is he has knives on his hands, but it's not like you have to know the
How's
characters.
that weird?
and
That
all.
ain't weird. That's dope.
It's dope. No, I mean
That makes
weird
him
as far as
that makes him the
like,
best.
it's not natural.
If you didn't know going
Yeah,
into
like
it,
why does he
that'll
have
throw
nice?
you off.
But you don't have to know like he's Xavier's apprentice who come. Avengers is like that. But if you like laughing, you like smoking a little weed, and laughing and action, you can go in Avengers and still like it without knowing so much of the backstory. You need to know the backstory to truly enjoy it, which I know very little of. But the movie's that good, yo. Where you can go in and if somebody just decides you like, yo, like for about 5
You
minutes,
barely
it's
know the
straight.
backstory. I
mean,
thought you watched this shit.
I do, but I got buddies. So if I put something online, they'll be like, "Man, Avengers." They be like, "First of all, Thanos did this," and in the third episode, I'm like, "Dude, I don't fucking know all that. I just thought the dude was dope." So I don't know that much, but I know about as much about comic books as y'all may know about like jujitsu at the highest level. You dig what I'm saying? Is that a good analogy?
Like nothing.
Like enough. Like we got some grappling experience.
I know it when I see it.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
But you
I-
got
I-
if it was a questionnaire and they was like omoplata, you might be like, is
No,
that
I have no
the
idea.
arm bar? All right, cool.
Yeah,
Hold up, give me
I
that.
watch I've been watching.
So if you
I've been
don't
watching
see it, if you
UFC
like
every
comedy,
week.
and
I'm gonna go see it.
it does. Sounds like a good one, a meaty one.
I'll take the almond platter.
You
wanna get
Hold on, actually,
Want me to go get him or you going?
I go grab.
All right, cool. Woo. Good job.
tell them stop be less black next time, because we always on time. What you
Yo.
saying, sir?
Yeah.
I've been watching UFC every week now, yo.
Ooh.
And I'm into that shit where I'm like ready to start listening to Fight Companion. And
First of all, Fight Companion is nothing but fuckery. That's
It's-
why I love
it is?
It's like 90%.
I thought it was like they talk about like the
10%. That's why I like it.
That's like this Joe's like.
Yeah. It's like us having a podcast, which by the way, I don't wanna. I can't. Fuck.
Go ahead.
Anyway, no, I can't.
All right,
say
don't.
about it. But I so fucked up. I apologize for wasting y'all time right there. But it's like us having a podcast, and then they'll jump into like a little bit of technique talk. But then they'll be going for like 20 hours.
So is it better than the regular JRE or is it?
Yeah, it's better because
You
it's
think
more
so?
fuckery.
All right,
Like they'll
I'm
be
gonna listen to
drinking, they smoke, and they really let loose. It depends.
I'm gonna check that out then. I'm gonna check it out.
Because they get hammered on that.
Yeah, it's been a few episodes, and I guess you've seen a few with like Bravo.
Come on in, yo.
Drunk. What's up, boy? And just go way off. Look who we got here. We got the one and only.
What's that, yo?
Oh, it's my live. It's my live
Chauncey.
rig, man.
Oh,
Came
okay.
prepared.
Oh man, this dude ain't playing.
Introduce yourself, yo.
You gotta get in care.
Well, he's at least on the
Can you see him?
They may not be able to see him, but they'll be able to hear him on the.
Should we start clapping if guests coming late?
No.
Like, we don't ever clap when they're already here, but like
Yeah.
we make it like an arrival type clap. No. We got our guests coming in. Chauncey.
We got kids. You know what I mean?
You
Hey,
want
no,
to
no,
say no more?
Time,
Say that.
bro.
It's all good.
Grab some metal. You good, yo?
Who the bands?
You good? Cause what's his name? Yo, we gotta do a shoe cam today, yo. Cause Danny came in with the press. Come on, yo, shoe collect, shoe.
Frescoes? Prestos? They
It's
all hard.
black shoes, man.
Let's hold them
They're
up.
not just black shoes. They
Am I
the
camera
Prestos.
holding them up? As you can see here.
Yeah,
in
there.
The soul.
And he got him in a size 13 and a half. Go ahead, shoe cam.
Yo, these Pumas. Ross,
They tough,
shop
though.
for less.
They tough,
Look, I don't pay nothing full price, and you dumb as shit if you do. Fuck wrong with you.
I pay full
my
price.
guy.
I'm sorry.
Basically, you rob somebody.
I just robbed that motherfucker. You like them? I watch you bomb and catch your ass outside with Danny next to me. What you got on your feet, Pamela?
For me, I
Yeah.
got these new Vans.
Got the
man.
Vans.
Pull them up. Show the
I
camera.
don't know. They
This one.
kind of slick. for real.
I guess we're doing this.
Matter of fact, I'm putting it on the camera.
Oh shit, this motherfucker he really.
That's my camera. Yo,
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
Mevo.
yeah,
Give him to the
yeah,
Mevo,
yeah.
yo.
Where-
You said
Right there, that's it right there.
follow.
There we go.
Yeah,
Those are called minivans.
whatever they call the slickest shit, man. We
Yeah,
can cuss right.
shit. Yeah, we all
We
day.
say fuck and
All
shit.
day. That's how we know he
You
don't
can
watch
say
the
all
show.
kinds of shit,
That's how
yo.
we know he don't watch the show.
Hey,
You ain't never
He
watched
said-
it, yo?
he said,
Yo, I be trying to look at little clips. I ain't gonna stop, but I be live in the studio. Niggas don't try to let me out that bitch.
I ain't mad at
Ain't
you.
nothing wrong with that.
Dead ass.
So, how was your weekend?
It was cool.
What you do?
Definitely in the
Hold, we gotta
studio.
get him in the center, bro.
I can say.
Come on, get over here.
Yeah.
You the guest. You the guest. I'll move over.
Ugh.
All right, so real quick, Chauncey, give me your handle.
What's going on? It's your boy Chauncey Wright, also known as Beat Rider, also known as Do Every Damn Thing, man. Just try to go to the gym. I've been slipping with y'all.
That's all right. We can do everything.
So-
You
down.
be in the gym a little bit?
Yeah.
You be in the gym a little bit? Hey, yo, y'all gotta slide down a little bit because Marvin ain't gonna have no space.
Oh, yeah,
Videography, audio engineering.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go back into that question you did ask. How was your weekend? But I just want to give the guests somewhat of an insight of what he does and why he's here. One of the premier up-and-coming audio engineers in the DMV area, working with the likes of King Midas, who's a very talented young dude I went to school with.
Yeah.
Very, very talented. And the up-and-coming or rising Creek Boys.
Yeah, they got some-
Baltimore,
they got-
anyway, in
they
the
got-
DMV area, probably a national scale.
Yeah, I'm sure they-
Yeah,
I'm sure
got
people know
everything
nationally.
bigger now.
Every day.
You know about them. So before he, I guess, digs deep into that, Denzel bitch ass. I don't know why I even said that. I love that dude. I just felt like saying. He asked you how was your weekend. How was your weekend, bro?
It was cool. Busy, you know what I'm saying? Today I had to take off a little bit. You know what I mean? Do some housework.
Mm-hmm.
Laundry, regular shit. You know, people forget that, you know.
You did laundry?
The human stuff.
Me and the lady did the laundry, you know what I'm saying?
You help out with that shit?
He J. Cole.
You don't?
I just
Right.
want
I absolutely do. I'm just
Man, when
saying.
you got a kid,
Trying to get him caught up
when
real
you got a kid, it's teamwork up in there to make things happen, yo.
different.
All right, hey, Danny.
Hey, yo, pass me my cup, Nick.
Because we need a little more couch space, yo. We tight over here.
Yeah. Hey, look, when I get done the house show, we can alternate between your crib and mine.
We'll do your crib.
I got the wall flipping.
Come on, yo. Yo, shit up. Hey, so everybody slide down. Just look. Me and Marvin are on top of each other.
We slide down this way.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I slid.
But I'm not
I'm in
good.
the
I'm on top of you. I'm not mad. I'm saying.
I like him a lot. I'm cool with that.
All right.
All right, so your weekend was eventful. You had a great time folding clothes. How's the baby boy?
Oh, getting big.
Little angel.
He actually stood for about like 5 seconds and took 3 steps until he realized I wasn't holding him. And then he dropped back down. I'm like, see, being lazy.
Little cute dude. Cute dude. So let's jump in before we do the the inevitable topics and all that other fuckery that we love to do here. Audio engineering, man. Like I went to school for that. I know it's very challenging. It could be rewarding depending on in this music industry if you're like accepted in a particular clique or you get into a certain record label or studio. But how have you worked it out? How have you navigated through all that and found yourself in a place where you're working with like the Creek Boys and Midas and everyone else who's up and coming and hot in the DMV?
I knew a lot of these people like before they were so-called hot anyway. Midas, he been making music for a long time. Anyway, we just got mutual music friends, so
the network of just
so we just finally really locked in. Out of all the years we knew each other, we just finally really started locking in. Creek Boys, they was just some regular dudes just coming to the house recording, making music.
Before they were the Creek Boys, they was coming?
Yeah.
So you knew them before?
They wasn't even the Creek Boys.
Oh,
you know
shit.
They were, it was Turk, Fetty, Breeze, and Reese. Like, that's who they were. They were 4 friends that just did a song together. Let me fix this.
Creative ass.
You know, I improvise like a motherfucker. 4 friends did a, was that 3? I think you named 3.
No, it's Turk P. Diddy.
Turk.
Fetty Moolah.
Sorry, I didn't know y'all names. Apologize about that.
ETS Breeze, ETS Reese.
Okay.
So they have 4 boys that just did a song together, and it turned to be my team.
Was that with you?
Yeah, they recorded a song with me.
I mean, that original song, was that with you?
Yeah. Everything they do is with
That
me.
is fucking dope.
Really? Yeah.
That is fucking dope.
Yeah,
Did y'all know y'all had a hit? So I'm doing some talk.
Go ahead.
I'm talking a little more because I know that.
You good? You good? Yeah, do your thing. I'm following along, yo.
Yeah,
but a lot of times when you're making these songs as an artist or producer or even the engineer, you kind of maybe know or not know. Did y'all know y'all had a hit? Did y'all know like this the one or was like, oh, this is hot right now, we're going to put it in the bucket
I knew
and come
it.
see it?
You knew it.
You knew it.
How do you know?
I don't know.
How do you
It's
know?
like a feeling.
Music is psychology, you know what I'm saying? So I know the psychology of hits, you know what I'm saying? I know what's going to make people like certain stuff.
Right.
So I told, like, they came to me with the song, and I'm just like, okay, one of them sang us the song. They all sang the song together. And I'm like, that sound dope as shit. Then he got behind the mic. It's one of them. I'm like, no, all y'all got to get behind the mic. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I said, I didn't make y'all sound like real big. So then we did the hook. We did the chorus like that. And then I was like, yo, why don't we just do all the catchy words and just do the quiet thing on the catchy words? I'm like, because psychologically, people will want to sing along with you.
Yeah.
All y'all singing together. Don't do it every single word is going to be annoying.
Right.
So we kind of figured out what words to say. And then
Okay, so at what part do you feel like you want to add auto-tune? You know what I'm saying? Because I listened to some things and I heard some people be like, when you add the auto-tune, that's how you add that filter in it and it raises it. Did you elevate it with that?
Yeah, the thing is, today's style of music uses auto-tune. Like I remember in a phase when a lot of people get offended with using auto-tune, thinking like, oh, like you saying I can't sing because I'm using auto-tune. Like that's not the case.
Right.
That's not the case at all. It's just now it's a style. I notice you don't use auto-tune when you're using live instrumentation. Like you don't hear jazz bands and jazz artists singing with auto-tune with live drummer and guitar and rolls and you know what I'm saying. It just don't sound right. Because perfect. What makes live music dope is that it's imperfect. Meaning time, like sometimes you're off beat, sometimes one's louder, one's lower.
Perfection and
With electronic music, it's perfect, and that's what makes it sound fake.
Okay.
And like,
so where's the balance? How much is too much? Where do you draw the line? Like, do you like some people auto tune way more than others? I mean, they I guess they both work, but like, somebody like a P&B Rock or a Yachty, they over the top with the auto tune. Nice though, and I fucks with it. But I'm saying some people they use like Drake don't hardly use that shit at all. I mean, of course they doing a little bit, but
he uses it.
He using it, but
the level in which he
exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
You can really up it as far as like how much it influences the actual audio, or you can have it just where it's a little salt and pepper.
Exactly.
And that's like where the audio engineer and you even talking about like when they would ask you certain questions, you're a lot of times the producer. Because really, an audio engineer like just flat don't say shit. Like, look, dude, I'm just gonna do.
So everybody that know me know how I work.
Jump in there.
If you want me to shut the fuck up and press a button while we record a song, this is the wrong spot to do that.
But what I'm saying is, how much is the magic dust when you doing it?
It's really an opinion, and it's really, you know what I mean. You don't know until you doing. There's no cookie cutter shit.
Right.
Well, that's when I don't like it when it's a cookie cutter song. You know what I mean?
Then it's like pop.
I don't try to approach every song the same exact way. Of course, it's always similar, you know, similar things and similar ways to do things. But I don't look at like, oh, I'm gonna do this song exactly like the last one. That's boring to me. So.
Hey.
Great point. So is it like when you study music, or like do you study music at all, or are there like some great like producers or artists or something like that where you kind of like study them to kind of like catch a feel for the psychological value that they might provide behind the music?
I'm always studying. Like you study when you're not even paying attention to studying. Like me just listening to music, soaking it all in. Like sometimes I'm creating stuff and I'm like, yo, well I like say I'm making a beat and I play something. I'm like, that sounds familiar. I don't know what song,
right?
Yeah.
That why it sounds familiar, but I might play a little scale or a chord. I might do some improvisation, and I'm like, I don't know why it sounds familiar, but all the music I've listened to, it's like a big collage, and I just put it together when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
So
like when you put a beat together, is it something that just kicks off in your head? Like, well, I'm gonna start it like this, and you just play around with it, and then you start to add stuff to it in layers? Or
Can I say something real quick?
Fuck no. Let him finish.
I remember when you made your first beat, yo.
Really?
I do. Yeah, I remember when you made your first. Yo, when we was in middle school together, yo. And that's when you started. We went to middle school.
Yeah, we went to middle school together.
And that's when he started being like, yo, people start saying they want to rap, want to make beats and shit. And that most people when they saying that shit, it's just because it's hot then. Like, how many people you know still gonna be doing that shit now?
Yeah, we had our rap group DMC.
We did. We had a rap group.
Yo, hold the fuck up, you dumb bitch. Remember I told you. Real quick, if I ever call any one of these guys a dumb bitch in that type of way, that means I love you. You dumbass bitch.
Lambo.
You was a rapper. They tell us.
Nigga, I was the worst rapper in the world, yo.
No, we don't understand that. But you was a rapper.
Yeah.
I tried.
What was your rap name?
I'm not telling you.
No, fuck you. What's
I'm not telling you. That's off camera shit.
It's on camera?
Hey, yo, this is not
My God, you got both your knees out. We
I don't remember.
He don't probably remember.
He remembers. What's the guy?
I remember DMC was like Denzel.
It was Mike and Chauncey.
Denzel, Michael, and Chauncey.
But we did come up with rap names.
My rap name was C2 because I'm Chauncey the second. So said,
you was rapping too?
Nigga, I got bars. Everybody knows.
No. Hold on.
I'm not freestyling.
I'm
not freestyling. But I do got bars, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, shit. And that's when when grinding was hot. That's when that's when you probably wanted to be like, I'm about to make a beat now, yo. That's probably when he wanted to start making beats when grinding came out.
Oh, nigga, what?
Everybody would be a beat box.
You know it's crazy. I guess how I really started making beats.
I got tired of paying for him or looking for him.
Well, this what happened. I wish my homeboy was on here now. His punk ass. I'm trying to rap. You know Emmanuel.
Yeah, that's my man.
He used to make beats. Yo, we're old, by the way. We're all 30 in here.
We all old.
We're all 30.
Not all of us. One of us is like
29. You're damn near 30. You know?
24.
24.
He said no.
Okay, fuck it. He got it.
He's still good,
But yeah, I was in like the 9th grade or something like that, and he would bring in his cassette tapes. No, he would let me hear beats on the phone. So I'm like, okay, let me hear that. He like, bring that shit to school. Bring his cassette tape. He always made an excuse of why he couldn't bring it. So one day, he brought the music generator for PlayStation. So I'm mad as shit. I'm just like, yo.
That wasn't 9th grade though. That was like 7th grade, yo.
No, this is high school. We was in Randallstown. I never actually programmed anything until high school.
I remember
was
like
rapping.
it was like MTV Beats or something like that.
Yeah,
like
that
some
was
games
in
you
high
could play
school.
and
But I
make beats.
remember I was
Yeah.
in.
Shit.
The reason why I know it was high school because I was in Miss Thompson's class when I got it. I was mad as shit because he kept giving me blank cassette tapes. Like, Emmanuel's African, I'm African. You know what I'm saying?
You African?
Yeah, my mom's from Liberia. All
Okay.
my family, I've been over there and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he brought me a cassette tape with some African music. I'm like, nigga, this is not no beats. Where the beats at, man? I'm trying to rap. And
That shit hot right now though.
I don't know where the hell that
Afro,
is.
Afro,
yeah,
So-
shout out to twins.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he gave me music generator. And I said, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? He said, make your own beats.
Ooh.
I'm like,
I remember that.
okay, whatever. So then later on the same year, my man Mike Hurt, he was already making beats.
Mhm.
And we skipped school to, go to the studio. The studio was 2 cassette tapes.
You skip school?
I did once or twice.
Damn, dude.
I was a good boy for me.
You ain't skip school.
I was
talking about my high school career. My track record.
I was a goody two-shoe for the most part. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I ain't skip school like
Yeah,
that.
you know, I
Ain't nothing wrong with being smart,
I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, yeah, we skipped school to go in the studio. 2 cassette tapes,
Yeah.
boom box, and one of them little Radio Shack microphones.
Damn.
Oh, and his keyboard. And his
That's showing
keyboard.
your age now, son.
Yeah,
you got some kids who like,
Right.
watch this
Yeah,
on like,
like, what the fuck is a tape
Did
that?
you have egg carton on the wall and shit?
No, we didn't.
Oh.
Well,
No, he said it out. He said, "What's Radio Shack?
It was right there. It was right there on.
What's East Bay?"
On
Man,
Offit
King
Road.
Slab was
Oh,
good, bro.
So, what was maybe the first software you used to make beats? Was it,
It was a music generator.
music generator?
But yeah, I gotta go back to when we skipped school. I saw him playing on a Casio keyboard, and he would just overdub it with the two tape decks. So I saw him making the beat. I'm like, oh, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I got the music generator around the same time. I started messing around. So all my friends would get upset at me because I wouldn't be playing live anymore, and all the video games, Grand Theft Auto. They're like, hey, you always on that shit.
You're like, I'm
So
a grown ass man now.
I'm on
Pretty
PlayStation making beats though, not.
Right,
Nah,
game.
Not
I remember,
playing
I
no
remember
game.
that game, yo. I was the
So-
worst at making beats, yo.
Yeah, I wish I had my first beat still. I still got the disc, but I don't got a PlayStation, and I don't have the memory card I had on my
Yeah.
beats on, so that shit gone.
Shit, you throw an 808 on that bitch now.
Yo,
Shit,
I
go.
would probably.
Right,
Yo, thing is now, me being where I'm at now, I would murder that shit because I know what I'm doing now. Back then I was experimenting on learning the
That's where it
software,
starts, though.
but now I don't care what you give me. I'm gonna make something hard for anything.
Yeah, if you go to his page, man, and you listen to some of that stuff where he just be messing around with it and playing with it.
Oh, you gotta go to
sheesh.
Beat Flood. If you hashtag Beat Flood, I started that because I was like, man, I'm gonna start flooding y'all beats, and then that's when I made Beat Flood. And
Make
you
sure y'all
click
check
on
that
Beat
out.
Flood,
Beat Flood.
like beats.
Hashtag beat flood.
Hashtag it.
That's on flood y'all with beats, and then I got like 200 something stuff on there. I didn't realize how many beats I had on there. Just over time, whenever I'm making some shit, boom, Beat Flood.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Did you ever go through that sample heavy period as a producer? Remember everybody was doing that?
Sampling the shit.
Everything was sampled. Before they came from Robin Thick Ass and whoever.
I was sampled, but at first I didn't know how to. Like, I didn't have the software to do it at first. I would be mad as shit. Especially when Dipset came out.
That's all,
Damn,
that's all
bro.
they had.
I wanted to sample the shit out some Dipset beats, but I didn't know how to. So one of my homeboys showed me how to do it on Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops, FL Studios. That's another thing too.
I was like,
I had to
damn,
do
what?
Yeah, I had them on
You made beats?
He was like a year and a half.
You made beats
old.
for
everybody tried it.
Not
Shit,
successfully,
everybody.
but I had Fruity Loops in high school. I had that.
With my
song.
man Silver with the
You
12.
could get it for free.
Oh, shit.
What did you prefer? Like, are you a Fruity Loops man? Are you a Logic man? Are you?
Right now,
It's like a gang
I'm
warfare shit when
Logic.
it comes to that shit, y'all.
I use Logic. I'm just looking at everybody. What's good, everybody?
Shout out to Paige. Listen. You watching Not Safe for Heads? Go to one of our bios,
Right.
Somebody and log into this. How many people watch?
Log into what? Chauncey shit?
18,000 people. Yeah, check us out. Not Safe for Heads on
You said
YouTube.
18,000 people.
Yo.
Listen, do you experience that too? Like the whole, remember? I don't know.
What?
The FL Studios versus Logic, and like if you said the wrong fucking sequence, like it wasn't no fighting them, but it was like, bitch, we don't fuck with that whack ass shit. Like,
Oh, well,
Like
you know what's crazy? I used to
maybe
make
it's one or the other.
I was one of the people that made people respect Fruity Loops. They was like, you came in because when I was making tracks,
It's
everybody was
always
using
in cloud.
hardware. They was using the MPCs, like that was the physical
You had to
box.
have the hardware.
And I'm like, I don't got $2,000 for no fucking beat machine box. You know what I'm saying?
So you in there?
and
You on the laptop cooking?
yeah, you know the big ass, not even laptop, the big ass computer with the big
the
head.
desktop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got a desktop.
Yeah, this was like 2004, so hell yeah, 2005. Yo said, damn, like yo was just wiping his lips up.
Lips off the bottle and shit. Yeah.
I didn't know the Fruit Loop software was that old. I must have had 2.0 something.
Yeah, it was,
Yo,
it
it
was
was-
old,
You probably had
but
like
It was
5.0.
it was old.
no, but I was making beats on Fruit Loops while all the people I looked up to were using hardware. They
Hardware,
get
yeah.
Triton, the Motif,
It cost
MPC.
so much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hella bread. I was like, I don't got
You
none
got that
of
now though. The
Oh,
hardware?
I got it now.
Yeah.
No, but now it's back to software.
Ah.
So before it was like all the niggas that was making beats on hardware now they like
Shit,
so much
what am I
easier.
doing with
You
this
take
shit?
the laptop.
because that's when a lot of hardware
Yeah.
people started going using Logic.
Do you play instruments?
I'm starting to play the bass and the guitar and the
Yeah,
piano.
I'm about to buy a
cool.
guitar tomorrow.
I'm cool. I'm not.
Yeah.
Friday.
I'm
Shit, I
not.
Spanish.
Friday.
I'm not like. I can't play for a live band or nothing, but I can make.
You can
some
fuck
shit.
around?
I can.
You can fuck around with it?
it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
good
should have
enough.
told you bring the guitar.
I ain't running guitar, but I do got my
I
laptop.
don't want him playing
Oh,
guitar
you
for
got
us,
my
bro, to
laptop.
be honest with you.
You got any stories?
Nah,
You
I
pretty
ain't
much
want-
touched
well-
on it. You got anything you want to ask about the whole music side of it?
Want to hit the topics?
Hold on. He's also a videographer. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because he's not just
Yeah,
doing it
he's
for free. He's trying to
multimedia.
make some money off of this, and he's talented at doing it. Did you bring the actual setup?
I have my laptop.
No, I'm talking about that big ass $19 million camera.
Hell no, I ain't.
I'm
bring
saying you
that.
should have known.
Hell
You know,
no.
like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, you also do that. Like, so how long you been doing that?
Videography.
Yeah.
I think I bought my first camera like in 2012. Taking pictures and videos. I was just like.
You were taking pictures of bugs and shit back then,
And
right?
women. I'm a photographer. You don't take your photo shoot with me. That's what you do.
He gotta go home in full clothes, yo.
I'm a-
That was before.
He already
I gotta say this first of all, cause me and Denzel we went to Subbrook together,
Yeah.
right? So
Magnet
Oh, yeah,
school.
they-
ass.
Magnet
school
Yeah,
ass.
Y'all was
Magnet-
smart ass niggas. Oh, Magnet school. I was Pikesville.
Dang, like these dumb niggas
So-
went to magnet school?
So hold on, let me see.
Oh, he does this in the studio, by the way.
Does he?
He'll
Just
be
like
making a beat.
go off on the tangent.
Yo,
and shit?
he does that. Yo, even like if we in the gym or something like
And
that.
still
like,
making the beat.
Yo, he'd be like, he'd curl be like, hold up, yo. All right.
All right,
Like,
so
yo,
no, but I was saying me and Denzel went to Subbrook, so I was drawing, so I know how to draw too. No, I know how to draw, cut hair, whatever. I know how to do a lot of shit.
Damn.
So what I'm saying is, that's where all the artistic, I guess,
Yeah.
flows started coming from. So taking pictures and stuff. I would see something, I just want to do it myself because me dealing with artists, I'm like, I see somebody doing something, I could be better. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself. So that's how everything kind of started. Me just doing it myself because I'm like, if y'all can't do it better than me, I might as well just do it myself.
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
So that's how me shooting music videos and doing my like artists I deal with, did photo shoots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So YouTube, everyone know how I know how to do everything. YouTube, niggas, that's how.
YouTube
So-
University.
so-
That's how I know how to do everything. God just go on YouTube, type shit in.
It's a
Figure it
study.
out.
Let me ask you this question, since you brought that up, right? J. Cole,
Right?
A-level rapper, right? But
Mhm.
maybe not A-level producer.
Shit. Did you hear his new album?
Again.
No. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
As good as a fucking rapper as he is, right? And as good as much as we fuck with Cole and we love Cole,
I might need
how
some of
much better would his shit be if he had like Southside or like Metro or you know what I mean? Or if he had some other
808
production.
Mafia.
Yeah, that is Southside. But
Oh,
if he had some
yeah.
other production on his if he could put himself over other production, like how could he be better? Or is it just that there's a Cole beat,
It's-
Cole rapping on it
it's-
by himself, and then a little bit of Kill Edward, which is
It's
Cole.
it's all an opinion. Music is an opinion, so I don't.
So what's your opinion? That's what I'm saying.
J. Cole is J. Cole because the shit that he raps on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's part of his authentic.
Like
Yeah,
that makes him J. Cole. Like,
But what
I
if he
see
got?
what you're
What if
saying.
him and Pharrell got together and put something together? Or him and
I'm
like,
sure
you know
it'd
what I'm
be dope
saying?
as shit. I'm sure it would be crazy.
I mean, he's rapped over beats that are not his, or
But
he's
he
featured over beats that
barely
are not
does
his.
that now, yo. The past two albums he came out with, and he ain't making music
agree with you.
outside of that. It's J.
It'll be
Cole.
fun. I
beat.
got some Creek boys in here right now, man.
What's up, yo? When y'all coming through? When we go, man, get the Creek boys and we got the plug. You gotta get them on the show. We're trying to get famous, man. What the fuck? Them motherfuckers
What's
on
up,
the
yo?
show.
You hear what he's saying?
Every
You hear what he's saying?
day with my team.
First, hold up, make sure
That's
niggas
all
ain't
hard,
fussing on
man.
my live. Hold up. Okay, y'all know.
You hear what I'm saying? While he's doing that.
No, that's
While
a
he's
great
doing
point.
that.
Leave lips alone.
And I think
nigga.
it's
Stop
common,
fussing on my motherfucking,
especially in hip
on my
hop.
shit.
Where, like some people just like camp central. Like it might be like good music. Is that the name of the group? Like good music, right?
Yeah, good
And
music.
like they sometimes they get real funny about the producers they work with outside, but you know, like damn, if you was to work with that
What
dude,
if Kanye
y'all could
produced a
make
J.
something.
Cole song? You know
Well,
what I'm
you
saying?
know,
Like,
you
shit
know,
might be
J.
crazy.
Cole
Like-
is
like at some point Drake was with 40 and it was Drake and 40. Then Drake branched out. He got all he's pulling in people from everywhere and they putting together like masterpieces. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying J. Cole ain't putting masterpieces together because Forest Hills Drive is clearly a masterpiece. I mean, these last two yet to be determined. Some people loved it, some people hated it. But at the same time, if he had like a couple, so if we saying he's a genius, if he had two other geniuses with him in the studio putting music together, is it gonna be even better?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I want that so bad, yo. I don't know if we ever gonna get it, but
I mean,
I'm here for that.
So basically, J. Cole, if you watching,
Listen
bring
to us,
in some
motherfucker.
other producers. Hey, you make
you
your
know
shit
what J. Cole
really
does?
go crazy.
What J. Cole does, he'll make some beats, but then he'll get live musicians to play shit. Like I saw a documentary. He had a slick little sample and a drum loop, and then he got his boy to play the piano on that bitch, and that shit was hard as shit. It just boosted it up.
But his boy's not Southside. You know what I'm saying? His boy not Pharrell.
You know that
Kanye.
whole trap music, that shit. I remember trap music came from non-musical people making beats on a computer,
It's
and
way easy to
and
do it.
and it became a style. Cause
But
the
the
thing,
shit is it hits though.
you know,
is what
you
I'm
know, it
saying.
is like,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like
On Born
like,
Center.
like trap music is like it's how would I say it? Like it's uneducated music.
But-
Meaning,
but see, music
gotta
gotta come from
I know,
music gotta come
that's
from
what I'm saying.
uneducated
So
place.
trap music is all just inspiration because they don't even play scales and chords.
Right.
They play shit that's off. So a nigga that
And
know
that
how
shit's
to
better, yo.
the people that actually know music,
Like the notes and
music
shit.
theory and stuff like that, it's hard for them to make trap beats. Like me, it was a little difficult for me to
dumb your brain down.
Cause they'll just play shit wrong, but it would sound good. It was they play shit the wrong way, but it sounds right. So you gotta learn the
He said this
art
last week.
of
Kanye's beat Runaway. He purposely played off key on some of those notes. And it made literally like one of the most genius songs because you're taking good or the best something possibly can be and then bad and you marrying those two together. That's what I'm saying, yo. I just think he needs another voice in this. That's all I'm saying.
But I don't think it's a wrong thing. I hope maybe someday in this career we do see it.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the reasons why they don't.
What
do
you
it
think?
is
What do you think?
business
Because they
guys
wanna
and
take
or
away-
creative flow.
Yeah, they
like,
don't wanna take
you
away
want to
from
keep
that.
that all in house business wise
Yeah.
and or like
you ask
the sound
them.
you have.
Y'all can
versus-
ask them what they think. I can read what they say.
What they saying?
What y'all think? Y'all asking the question.
They been listening. They been listening.
They probably fussing with each other on my goddamn.
So look, yo, let's hit the topic while
All right, so
while
we,
they
we touched on that. We're just going to jump into the topics.
Right. So make sure y'all check out Chauncey and all his work, man. Hashtag his beat flood. Make sure y'all check him out, man. He did my maternity shoot, man. Dude is off the hook.
Yeah, good.
Videography, you gonna have to come through do one of
Yo,
my gym
please
videos
check out
and all
Marvin's
that.
maternity shoot too if you
Yeah, he
get a
added
chance
muscle
to.
to
So.
Swole shit in that joint.
Oh,
Swole,
no,
you
I
sit
got-
down,
hey, look,
put
I
it
got-
out,
hey,
and
look.
still
Hey,
swole.
Chauncey,
They said, what's the question?
I ain't
Alright,
even
tell
showing
them
the
what the question
content.
is. Alright, so look. J. Cole, right? He's a genius, clearly. He's an A-level rapper, but I'm not certain by himself, production-wise, he's bringing the same quality of production as he is rapping. Does he need other production to? I mean, his shit's fucking dope as shit. He sold 400,000, right? First week, clearly he's good, but would more outside production help his shit? Like when Wayne, Wayne's out, like when Wayne went, he was in house, him and Manny Fresh. Out then he branched out on his own. He's getting production from everywhere. You can
took him
create
to
so
the next
many
level.
more sounds. You go to a whole different
I
strategy.
don't have the examples, but there are examples
Yo,
where it goes the other
which-
way. Where you bring those other.
They said,
cooks
yeah,
in the
he
kitchen.
do.
Well, bring
They
one
said,
in.
Wale is better than J. Cole. That's what my man Lambo said.
That's not what we asked. Tell them to send
Right.
all the
Really
answers to
new
not
shit.
safe for ears and we'll
Yeah,
discuss
yeah,
it.
No,
yeah.
but I think really it's diversity. Like people that deal with me knows, like they say, yo, Chauncey made me a beat. I'm gonna be like, all right, draw me a picture. Why don't you get a tattoo? Okay, what kind of picture? What kind of tattoo? So I'm the same way with the beats. What the fuck do you want me to make you?
Yeah.
Or how do you want me to? How do you want this beat to make you feel?
Yeah, I want a country song. You got me?
A country
I can
track.
pull
You
out-
look like you can make a country song.
Billy riding around the corner.
Riding around the corner.
Nah, but you just gotta know how to diversify your skills. Like you can have one producer make a whole bunch of different shit. Even with the Creek Boys, for example. All right, y'all say I did with Creek Boys and Midas, right? Now, I'll make some shit that I think will be for the Creek Boys, and then Midas will go kill that shit, or vice
So
versa.
your answer is basically
Be
it doesn't need
diverse.
outside production.
It doesn't. You could. You can be.
Depends.
If you're good enough to make different shit, then do it.
But
So,
that's-
cause
but
check this out.
that's-
Check this out. Metro can't make other type of beats.
You can't
From
make
I don't. From
he
what I
might
see.
be able to,
He might be,
but
but
he's making beats for who he's making beats for. But at the same time, I'm saying you don't think J. Cole needs outside production.
it. I don't know.
Now, I don't think he needs it. It'll be cool to
This-
see
this-
what happens. I
Yeah,
think
all
he
right,
needs
okay.
it. We
okay.
don't know if he
Needs
needs it.
is hard to say for
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
that's
yeah.
selling more records than everybody else that's
Yeah,
got outside
because I
production.
guess
Whether
I
it's
guess
heard or
I
not,
guess
we
his
don't know, and maybe
production
he would.
his production makes it sound J. Cole-ish, if you dig what I'm saying.
But
And it
then
might change the content of
he's
what
not
he
getting
rapping about.
features. He ain't getting
And
features.
he don't want them. That's because he don't want them.
I'm not saying that
Right.
that he needs to want features. I'm
Right.
saying J.
If
Cole
he did.
rapping, J. Cole doing his hooks, J. Cole making the beats, J. Cole shooting the videos for his own songs. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole
Is he doing it just
doing
to
the
try to save money?
documentaries that go with the albums that he's doing. I'm
Maybe
saying
he took the advice of Prince and said, I ain't gonna
he's doing it all himself. But I'm just
You know,
saying
my-
outside
my
production
cool.
can't kill him.
No, it
Somewhere,
ain't never
somewhere.
gonna hurt him. But I guess.
And I'm a Cole fan, yo.
Now, I see what
You
you're
mean-
saying. I
Right.
would be. I would like to see what it would sound like.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I,
Is
I,
this the
I'm
part?
telling
Yeah,
you,
this
he
is
could
a
be the first
podcast
one who brought that
episode. I'm
tone.
just reading this. He said one man bang, J. Cole needs outside production, but he produces his own music.
Wonderful. Let's
All
drag
right,
this
so
on.
topic,
Hey,
Shorty.
Yeah.
reach out to us. We'll get to him and
Yeah,
respond.
not safe for
accordingly.
ears at
Right.
gmail.com. Make sure y'all hit up the email.
Or hit up DM.
Yeah, hit
We got
the
y'all.
DM.
Oh,
Say
they
the
did
name.
Trap Country, man.
Trap
Trap Country. I could do some Trap Country.
You know who
I
did
just
Trap
said that
Country?
fucking shit.
Fucking
Hey, yo,
Young
try to
Thug.
make it
All
happen.
that shit.
Young Thug hit the Trap Country.
Okay.
Nelly did the Trap Country. Y'all
did.
don't stop fucking sleeping on Nelly. All right, go ahead, drop that.
All right.
All right, what's up?
Are you ready for the topic, yo?
All right, so.
What's up with another topic?
All
Yep. So we into the topic world now. If you've seen
I'm
the
gonna say
show, anything
next
can
if I
happen
don't
right
like
now.
this shit.
No, Charles, that's not how we do it. It's gonna get, either get real dangerous or not at all. We'll see.
Dangerous, I'm shutting up.
So-
All right, let's go.
All right. So, do you think the guy for the Lakers should be considered a role model to people who
The guy
never
from the
give up?
Lakers.
Who never give up on their dreams? The journey
Oh,
for the guy.
Ingram.
Lakers.
Yeah, he
Ingram,
was
32
32.
years old.
Yeah, he was 30
something.
Yeah, 32 or 33 years old. He's in his rookie year. Came off the bench, dropped 17 points.
The fuck?
Hold on, time's up. Don't y'all watch basketball?
Yeah,
Yes.
but I ain't
How
see
the
that.
fuck? I don't
he
even
was-
watch it. And
I saw it on the Today Show, like in the
So,
morning.
the question is, should he be an inspiration?
Yeah, should he be considered as like a role model or inspiration to never give up on your dreams?
For Nick to start his hooping career right now?
I'd say maybe not necessarily a role model. It's an inspiring story. You're talking about a dude that bet on himself for 10 years playing in the G League, I believe it is, making just right above
30 something.
Yeah, maybe above minimum wage to play basketball and stuck with it. Then he gets called up to the Lakers for like I think it was the last 2 games, and he performs well. I don't know how much of that is like a role model or like more like a inspiration to stick to what you believe. And because at the end of the day, we don't. I mean, he wasn't necessarily signed to a contract.
No,
It's more of a feel good story.
It's some luck. You know what I mean? Basically, I think you should take advantage of your lucky moments and kill that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
This
yeah.
is what I think. Okay.
You can find inspiration in everything, I guess. That's what I was
We can always find
I
inspiration.
think that was
Yeah.
But like, if we now trying to say if you're 32 years old, like follow your dream and like don't do anything else but play basketball.
That's not the case.
It depends. If you in LA Fitness gym and you hooping and you like I'm gonna make it, then maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But he was already in the D League, so he was
He
close.
was the man. He wasn't even just playing.
He was close.
He set like all-time records. Why the fuck do I know this? I don't even watch it.
Why do you know this?
Well, I read the article on him because I was intrigued. I wanted to know if he was gonna get re-signed or if it was a feel-good moment.
It was
Right.
Fuck, man. I wanted him to get like re-signed.
He's not going to be in the league for long. I mean, he's got
Put him on
2-3
a
years
shitty
career,
team,
but at
let
the
him
same
just-
time, even if he is for
let
2
that
years,
man
he
get a
made it
shot.
to the fucking
Yeah, I
league.
wanted him to get.
He made it to the league.
Play for the Minnesota Sodas or some shit. And,
Minnesota Soda?
I don't know. Just give him a half a season.
The Timberwolves in the
Timberwolves, bro.
playoffs.
That's tough,
They
yo.
are?
Yeah.
They're good.
Oh, yeah, they-
but that's
they
that's
just
that's
tied
nice,
up,
yo. I like that. I look you up.
That's
Yeah, I
a
would
good
say.
story. I'm happy for him. And his wife stuck with him. She was going down the floor because with the G League they travel a lot, and they don't make NBA money where you travel.
They still have
a
sex
lot.
with girls and shit though. You know what I'm
You
saying?
barely got
They
paid.
still say like I hoop and I play kinda for the Lakers.
Nah,
you know
nah,
what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
get no that. After that, after that,
What you think? You don't
He got
think,
like
you don't think he hit
107.
no skins off the G League? Off
I'm
the D League?
sure there's hoes for everybody.
I mean,
Hey, didn't y'all get hoes in high school and shit like that?
They got LA Fitness hoes.
I'm sure they got gym hoes.
Not me, Danny.
Yeah,
Not
I
me.
know.
I'm married,
He mad, he
motherfucker.
mad.
Hey, look.
Get gym hoes.
Hey, yo, where's Simpson at? He falls back in the bushes, right?
Yeah, look,
If high school balls can get cheeks,
I'm sure a D League person can get some chicks.
Dan, you the quality of vagina. Anyway.
Okay.
Next topic, guys. It has to be terrible.
Turtle?
Terrible.
Oh, this is how we getting our topics. Random
Random
shit. Oh,
I did a couple. It is what it is.
God
Top
You
damn.
ten.
should have brought a topic or two,
Fuck.
yo.
Huh?
Should have brought a topic, yo.
What we got,
Go
Maul?
ahead, tell them sign in with a topic.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
All right,
topic?
so this is from the Vesio, the underscore
the VCO.
The VCO.
Oh shit, I gotta put another topic in.
Thank you for the question.
That's my man, Ant. I mean, y'all know Anthony.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
What up, though?
Come on.
Mhm.
All right, so what are some suggestions for individuals who are pretty shy, socially awkward, and or passive to break out of their shell and socialize more?
Wow.
Start. Yeah.
Find something you're good at. Find something you're good at that comes naturally to you. When I was younger, making friends and I guess having that cold interaction with somebody was darn near impossible for me. But I had sports, and when you have sports, whether it's in martial arts, football, or whatever you're doing, there's always something to talk about. Going into high school, I didn't go into high school with, I hope I meet somebody, I hope I have friends.
Yeah.
I went into high school, leaving varsity camp, with 100 people I knew. And at least walking through campus, it was somebody I could see.
Mhm.
And so, you have 100 people, you're going to make a friend.
Just one.
Yeah, so I would
least.
say, if you're an artist and you're, obscure type of person, you feel like you're kind of quirky and the quote-unquote cool kids on rocking with you, go to an art class. Go to a
Thank you,
museum.
sir.
Someone's staring at a picture that you like really hard, talk to them about it. Like, do things that you're good at because you'll be more comfortable in that realm.
Yeah, we'll try to find people that's similar to you.
Hey, drunk.
Yeah.
Trying to fit in with people that's not even your blend is just like recipe for disaster sometimes. I never.
Not me.
I'm about to say the same thing. Continue though.
Well, yeah. Well, we talking about for shy people though.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
We're not talking
I'm gonna
about.
fuck you up with this.
Alright, I'm gonna fuck it up
No,
too.
keep going. I don't want to cut you off.
Hey, Nick, how much you go last this time?
No problem.
All right.
He's got the right answer.
Because
What?
Hey,
go ahead.
So you were saying somewhat a similar thing, find similar likes with people who do the same thing you do.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. You probably were cool with people that you never thought you'd be cool with just because you saw them in the gym. Since y'all,
That's
work
true.
out. It's some people I would never probably fuck with because I do music. You know what I'm saying?
You cool with them because of music is the common ground.
No,
You're saying.
yeah, it's a common ground, but then you'll find out like, oh shit, we more similar than I thought, but you know what I mean? Music brought us the common ground. So
I'll go next, then you, then Nick. I'm serious because I feel like y'all gonna. Now I'm making it like tough for them, so like they have to come with some really fucking.
I'm used to this.
So, but look.
Go for it.
This is what I think, and I mean, to touch on what y'all said, talk to people you don't think you have something in common with. Like I'm growing so much more, learning from like people I have that I'm like I'm not like Nick in this way. Like I'm shy. Nick's loud as fuck. He's always saying crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I told Nick, yo, you got to make a podcast, yo, because people would love you on a podcast, right?
I might come by more.
Then Nick says, yo, no, I'm not doing it until you do it with me. I'm like, there's no way I can do a podcast. Like, no one's gonna give a fuck what I got to say. Nobody like, you know what I mean? I'm boring. I'm fucking shy and all this shit, and I am. I'm introverted too. I mean, some people may think I'm not. I'm forcing myself a lot of times to talk and to say stuff that I wouldn't want to say if I didn't naturally think like the way through this is like straight through, not like around and like think about it and doing all of that shit. So like the reality of it is, I think the more stuff I listen to, the more people I talk to that I don't think are just like me, I feel like I'm talking to people that's like got $100,000 jobs or like making 500,000, right? I could find.
That's not them farting by the way. That's them trying to.
We should have switched.
I find back to the question, think that have that shit. Then I realize,
but you like, adults know everything.
I say fans first, yo. Yeah. I see all of these flaws or fucking all these. That was once you do that. I love him. He made music like
I don't know any of his music.
He made what we think. I look at a person I'm like no more.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
We
say, Mom.
Let's say everybody doesn't want to look stupid. Nobody. Just trying to start taking yourself outside the country. Yo, for this podcast. I mean, I'm just due to just generally speaking.
And the kids want to tell them.
I thought that adults knew all of that.
Then the teachers at that age.
We are.
So
shit, big bro.
You have a
they know they specialize in that shit. Honestly,
you do
you guys nailed it. I think
that's why I wanted him to go last.
This is what I'm gonna give you some news here. Like bigger predator or whatever, but you just so now I had to learn how to fight, and I had to learn how to.
Ain't got muscle
guns anyway. So it's not happening to everyone else. Some people just might not have that click. Now, not to jump all over the just like how we all. And then I realized.
All right.
And
Marvin was in the football.
That was a short things, man. I had the sports, whatever, to get my music heard or wanted to get out there. I planned for you not to like it. Because if it didn't work out, if it was like, yo, Nick's a fuck. With just a simple hello, how you doing, my name? It's like an extrovert, introvert.
Had to do with that. You knew you weren't that.
That's nothing. Okay, so look. But
beard.
I realized earlier, because I can't fight everybody. Mm-hmm. You ain't. I don't want to be the one ready to fuck you up. Extra. And make somebody go. Well, yeah, so I know my shy. The real. Not but
that's how you embody everything around who you are as an individual. That's why everybody fucking loves you.
Avicii, stop, man.
You got to terrible time.
Bad joke.
But first step, like, okay, interest and communicate with them, and maybe get you know what you are. Maybe find like a cousin was by being extra.
Is Kanye on to something?
One more time. This is a good one. This is the best question.
Kanye
more insight. What's the name of it, yo?
That song sucks.
Kanye cool. They were having, religion, his space within.
Yeah.
A lot of times I've learned through my life some marketing scheme. The whole wearing the hat, and then he said Obama it is.
Pulse of his shit.
Like he's actually
fucking random, but strategically saying, "Oh, let me do X, Y, and Z." That nigga doesn't really stutter.
Yeah, I've heard him talking.
Designer doesn't even.
Say it again. 50 Cent.
The smart nigga playing dumb. I just think he's just. I don't know. What
at least in this case.
Hey, look,
he has in the past, but not in this case.
He's not the same person he used to be back then.
Yeah, it seems like his whole persona has changed. But I think that Kanye, honestly, I think Kanye just being Kanye right now. You feel me? I think that, everybody has their own entitlement to their opinion. Yeah, and like he said, if Kanye decides to make something happen out of it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That wasn't the intention.
But I don't necessarily think that was his intention. We've seen Kanye like this before. Like, I don't even understand why people are surprised about it. So it's like, when I heard Kanye said it, when I saw him wear the hat, like, even when Trump was running for president, he was talking about how he supported him and stuff like that. So I'm really like I'm not surprised, and I'm not really expecting anything big to happen out of it either. I mean, like I said, if Kanye decides to do something, then that's ultimately his decision. However, I don't give a fuck about what he think about the president. Like, show me something that's gonna like make me root for the guy or something. You feel me? Like
Kanye or the president?
Either one of them.
So you think both of you guys saying you don't think it's anything? He's not on to something. He's not any kind of underlying motive. He's just being bipolar, extra self. made a comment.
Yeah, he just being himself.
I try to listen to Kanye musically in this arena, and then as a person in this arena, and not to mix the two. Music wise, I'm always up for Kanye's new music. Every time I want new Kanye music, right?
I like that little banjo shit he was doing. He said, I jumped in the Amistad.
Yeah, that shit was tough, but what the fuck? That's what he was supposed to
Oh
drop.
yeah, that little clip.
He was supposed to drop that.
Drop the song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right after that clip.
Exactly.
And even if that song wasn't created, god damn it, go to the studio and
Make that shit right now.
Yeah.
But he got
Yeah.
us talking about it.
He should no, that's what he should drop, because this Ye versus the People shit was whack.
No, what? Did y'all listen? Did you listen? Listen? You ain't
They had
listen.
no-
Don't lie to me right now. You look
They
at me
didn't have
like
no
you
Metro
heard it, but you
808s in
ain't
that
listen.
bitch, right?
Did
I
you
listened
listen?
to that shit 3, 4, 5 times
Okay,
in
I'm
a
sorry.
row, yo.
You whack?
This is what I said. That's why I preface my argument.
Okay.
I'm saying I try to listen to both, and then even when I'm mad at him as what he's saying, and as even though he might think he's saying some cool shit, you know what I'm saying? I still fuck with his music. But now he got me off with the music, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He better come out with some hard shit. That shit is the shit he needs to come out with next. And because I want to still like his music, but not agree with him as a person.
Yeah, you want to be
that shit was hard.
liking somebody as a person, liking somebody.
Exactly.
So you don't think he's necessarily on to something? What do you feel about that? As far as there's no underlining theme to what he's doing here. He was just being random and maybe somewhat extra.
I think he
What
knows
you think,
what he's
Danny?
doing.
What you think, Danny? You think he?
Or do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, because what you
I
like?
think I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to call it like as a random. I mean, I do think he's impulsive. I think he's overly impulsive. But I also think that some of his claims to genius are accurate in many accounts.
Jesus
That
walks,
is
yo.
true.
I mean,
What the fuck
That is
is that?
like I said, like
He didn't write Jesus Walks. So that
Oh.
shit don't count.
I'll say the one thing that the majority of like geniuses that are dead now had in common that when they were alive they were declared insane by common folk.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
some things that he says, I mean, there's truth to. Like, now granted, and at one point, at least in the first term, it was a complete democratic. I mean, we're talking House, Congress, and presidency, right? And so, realistic, could things been put in place to better Chicago? Potentially, but it's hard to pass a lot of that through legislation. So what he said from a non-political person, it sounds like a genuine opinion, but there's not too much fact behind it.
Right.
Like if I'm looking at it from the outside in, I've never been in a political circle, and I say if there's a Democratic Congress, a Democratic House, and a Democratic president, and that president's from Chicago, he should be able to fix that, right? But you don't know all the lobbyists and the loopholes and all the things that have to be taking place, the budgeting, and who knows who, the people above that who are calling some shots about why certain things don't take place. So if I put that on my Twitter, no one would give a shit. No one would care.
Hold on.
But it's the fact that it's Kanye, and he's pitching to millions of followers, that it puts a little bit more weight, but it's not a valid opinion.
Let me push back on what you're saying. If you came on this podcast today, right now, with a Make America Great Again hat, are you holding yourself to the same standard that you're saying that, like, for him, like, oh, he's this or he's that, and we don't really know, but, I mean, would you do it? And if you did do it, how's the reception?
Well, the difference would be, like, I don't genuinely feel that way. So if he genuinely feels that the Make America Great, he believes that there's truth behind it, he has 100% every right to represent that and to wear that and endorse that. Within any vitriol that he gets from us, who cares? If he feels that way, I wouldn't do that because I genuinely don't feel that way. But for him to say to wear America, Make America Great Again, right? Maybe he had a conversation with the sitting president, Donald Trump, and felt confident about some things that were in the making. And he said, "This is
why isn't he telling us that?"
Because
Now, he doesn't need to.
Hold on, because he doesn't owe us anything. I think
That's true.
the issue with a lot of fans is this sense of entitlement that you're owed every ounce of information.
There's a reason why we feel like he owes us that, because he started out as our guy who ran over the hill for
George
us
Bush doesn't
first.
like black
Exactly.
people.
That's
George
the
Bush,
reason why.
yeah.
And Jesus Walks and College Dropout and Late Registration. And that's why we feel like he owes us that.
But people, and
Right.
again,
But
that's what we
that's
feel
true,
like he owes.
but
we
people, bro,
elevated
but-
him.
We did. We elevated him, but that's the same part where we have to take responsibility and understand that, yo, he's not our God. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he doesn't owe us that. He doesn't. We looked up to him, and a lot of people did, but that's why I said he's Kanye being Kanye. Maybe this was the real Kanye that he never wanted anybody to see at first because he was still trying to make a
You
name
said
for
I like
himself.
the old Kanye, not the new Kanye.
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn
So
right.
a lot of people might think that, yo,
Niggas
that
don't like the
Kanye
new
before
Kanye.
might not have really been
That's
Kanye.
just
He
what
might
it
have been
is.
putting on that front.
And now he feels he's set.
And now he like, all right,
You know
well, I
what?
can be
I mean,
me
but
now.
he-
He was
also-
probably being Kanye the whole time, but when you evolve,
Yeah,
because I know
that's
damn
right.
sure I'm not the same Chauncey I was when I was 20.
Fuck no.
That's
And
true.
if you are, you
I was
fucked
a
up
nice
somewhere.
little pushover ass
Yeah.
nigga. Now, if you try to do any of that
You
slick
seem a
ass
little
shit,
edgier.
I'm gonna
You
jump
seem a
on
little
your
edgy.
ass.
I think it's the
Yeah.
beard.
I'm not
It's
even
not the
saying
beard.
Danny I
It's-
was.
you
when I
definitely
was
are.
I'm 30.
You definitely,
I'm 30.
You ain't got time for the little boy shit no more.
That's true.
I see all the little slick shit and I cut it. Before I would be like, you know, but now it's like, nope. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with Kanye.
I agree.
He's
I
seen
agree.
shit that we ain't never seen. This nigga's a millionaire.
Did he
You
touch
feel
the
me?
topic?
I didn't touch it. I'm gonna make
Go
it super
ahead.
quick
Go
for the
ahead.
sake of time.
No, go ahead.
Where are we at right now, Tom? Anyway?
We
And
good.
also,
We got
let
20
me
minutes.
say one last
They
thing.
said, fuck that
And
nigga.
the fact
Hey,
that
that's
after
big.
he made that statement, and possibly inflammatory as they were,
Oh,
the
alright.
fact that you're talking about the black community overall, the hip hop community destroyed him. We're talking he's this, he's that. You know, went at his name, just destroyed him like that.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't a guy that probably may have predicted that would be some whatever result feel entitled to hold the fort down for people?
Good.
You know,
Got
maybe
this podcast going
like
on.
maybe he has a somewhat of a agreement or something you know under the table between him and Trump.
I don't know, Danny. I think we
You
roll
gonna
with.
join the podcast? I just
Have you looked at the media outlets? Like,
Okay,
have you looked at the media outlets like
Michael.
Media Blackout, the Shade Room? People are destroying him. Snoop Dogg called him a
You think we
bitch-ass nigga.
you think we destroyed him? I think more people are for Kanye and want this nigga to win.
I'm
than
telling you,
niggas
I'm
that-
showing you what I've seen. Maybe you've seen the people saying, "Good job, brother." I haven't seen that. I've seen Kanye. I've seen all this other stuff. Yeah, so maybe
I haven't heard that
So,
one.
if-
I kind of want the
So
shirt.
maybe you
I
have
don't
a
even
guy that's
support
looking at it like, look, I have superior business interests. I think I'm a genius. I'm not being taken seriously by this sector of people. I'm going to endorse this side because maybe there's a better business interest for me down the road. He's not going to be insert age forever. And he's thinking about a bigger scheme. And he sees how fickle that people's support is for him. And he knows that if he comes back to what you said with music, if he comes out 3 years with a killer album, all's forgiven.
I like it. I like what he's saying, and I'm going to touch on it. But I feel like, first of all, for anyone who digs deep enough into the political system and to think that they can differentiate between left, right, Democrat, Republican, you're already fooled. Now, that's my own opinion. But I think the bigger picture, and maybe there may be some method to his madness. What he's trying to do, and he even said on this line with the Kanye versus the people, the first blood that shook the Crips' hand. A lot of shit that Trump does is fucking despicable. Okay?
Wow.
But Econ 101, you got a thing called creative destruction. Sometimes you gotta rip shit down.
Yeah,
And
you
at
gotta
the
rip.
time, you might not agree with the methods in which you do it. So I'm not saying I agree in how this system, the political system, may be ripped down.
Yeah.
But I think we gotta get past this party line shit, this left, right, really black, white, social economics, all that stuff, and really dig deep to what the problems may be at a systemic level and really down at the micro level. And I think him opening up this conversation is very important, and him making comments like he did previously with the Bush don't hate black people. That was him coming from a certain angle and going hard at that.
Yeah, and that was for years.
But right now, I don't know what's going on with him. He can right now jump out tomorrow and be running around butt naked in Los Angeles, and I'm like, yo, I take all that shit back.
Do you think?
But right now, I think it is a method to his madness, and I think he's just trying to open up the discussion, and we got to get
And
past
shaking the
this.
devil's hand.
Because let me tell you something. I'm around people not of color, right? Not black people, not some type of minority, and I hear some of their conversations, even when they're somewhat offensive, they a lot of times stem from just ignorance. They just don't know what the other side is like at all. So they'll make certain comments about certain neighborhoods and certain people, and it's like, dude, I can tell it's not even so much that it's hate in you. It's more of like you just don't know, and that's where you're basing it off of. And if we this is my side, that's your side. If you have a conversation with that motherfucker because they made a comment, man, fuck that, you ain't part of our clique, which was T.I. was saying a lot in the song, you're not gonna get anywhere, bro. You really not gonna get anywhere. So when do you cross the line and then you gamble the fact that your people, right, are gonna call you a traitor or not sticking to the cause versus the cost benefit of you crossing that line and maybe in his lifetime not be even appreciated of what he did.
You think he just lived long enough, been famous long enough just to see himself become the villain, like Jay-Z said?
But I think if he's smoking weed, he doesn't even care about the villain, Victor. He's looking back like, okay, look, I have a finite amount of time here on this earth, right now. And I've tried to do what I've tried to do up to this point, and it's gotten me these results. Fuck it. He even said in the song, he said, I waited 2 years and played the background, and I said, fuck it, like I'm going to say what I really feel. And it's definitely contrary to popular belief, especially within that, this certain group of people, like our fans. But I think he's like, no, fuck it, man. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty of this shit.
Right.
I don't know for sure. And how I'm gonna do it, Kanye.
None of us know his mind.
None of us know his mind, right? How I think he do it, Kanye. His whole career has been built off of going against the grain, which you talked about in the song, and controversy. Like, you know what? Fuck it.
True.
The elephant in the room is this. Let's talk about it. It's gonna make you feel uncomfortable, you feel uncomfortable, but let's talk about it.
Right.
And if I'm crucified at the same time, cool. If not,
we're gonna see come July. Cause June his album dropped. His album dropped sometime in June.
Well,
so by July we all gonna know.
His music still sounds good to me from that fucking TMZ shit. That's like, ooh.
I mean, black folk don't want to hear that Obama didn't cure Chicago, but there's facts to it. It's accurate.
Right.
One dude can cure Chicago.
Huh?
One dude is supposed to cure Chicago.
We're not saying he should run in there with a butter knife and save the day. We're saying that he had some executive power that he did not use.
Who?
Obama.
Well,
you also talk about the background shit. The background. You can't just.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Yeah. We don't know what was or what was not in front of Obama to make that decision, right? We don't know if people came to him and said we can do this, and he said no, I'm good. We don't know if he went to them and they said no, you can't. What he said was in 8 years this wasn't improved. If that's an accurate statement, based off an opinion of the information you have, he wasn't wrong. He wasn't like he didn't say Obama didn't want to do anything. He said that it wasn't improved.
But Chance the Rapper, he's from Chicago. He actually doing shit there. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know anything that Kanye's done? I don't
know,
have
but he should highlight that.
What's good, bro?
He should highlight that.
Yeah, he should
highlight
what he's done.
He should highlight what he's done and what
Chance started a foundation called Don. His mother name is Don.
He doesn't owe us that.
Nobody said he owes us that.
But you said he should.
But I didn't say he owes us
that. First of all, like, how can you say, all right, I got hundreds of millions. Obama's the president of the United States. Now, hypothetically speaking, you in one spot.
He doesn't have hundreds of millions. Yeah.
I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, you say, all right, the president hasn't done anything. Well, I'm gonna ask you, well, what the fuck have you done to show me?
Kanye. You talking about Obama or Kanye?
That's what I'm saying. If you gonna cross the grain like that, like, show me.
You saying that is the opinion, and if you didn't know anything he's doing, it's a fair opinion to have, right?
Right.
You're 100% entitled to say that.
Right.
Which means he's 100% entitled to say what he said.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he wrong. He's just like you said it because he said that.
Yeah.
But what his original statement?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It's not. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying.
That's a great
topic. Based off
maybe
my
wearing the Make America Great hat.
Yeah.
Just made it kind of like a middle finger to some people, but
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about
It's
the
a-
fact of how can you ask somebody like or say that this person hasn't really
It's
done
a great
anything.
topic. We gotta
for
hit
this.
another one though.
Yeah,
All right, so
we gotta hit another
I got a request from my guest. This is our first official request.
Okay.
So we've been told shut the fuck up at least once. That was Annika. We got a request. We kind of talked about this. We want to spotlight some of his musical talent. Maybe the last 5 minutes. Maybe get another topic in.
Who's musical talent?
Who's musical talent?
Who else got musical talent in here?
I
You
mean,
know said he rap. I ain't said you know him from middle school.
we've been talking about
Y'all had y'all
Kanye.
rap
We've been
group,
talking about
y'all
Kanye, so I didn't know if y'all was talking about.
I'm sorry, no.
spotlighting
So
Kanye's
maybe the last 5 minutes he want to play some few things, but maybe get another topic in. I just want to put it out there.
Let's do that.
That's cool. That's cool. We can do that. All right, so let's go ahead. Switch the topic.
My book there.
All right, so do people really appreciate the small things in life?
Oh
No.
wow, that's broad.
No.
I would say no. I think
I would
really
definitely say
fuck
no.
no.
I don't think nobody.
I don't appreciate the small things in life at times. Who gonna keep it realer than me?
Yeah, I think all the shit that people be fussing about.
You got
When you
someone
think
say,
about,
"Oh,
yo, I've heard people give me their sob story. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck am
My
I
nigga,
complaining
3
about?
filmmakers in Mexico were filming in the wrong house. How many times we want to do a photo shoot? And you, I like that low, just go over and take a photo shoot. The rival gang catches them motherfuckers, tortures them for hours, think 6+ hours, burns their body in acid. That same day I found out a family member of mine might have cancer, right? Right? Might have cancer. Caught it early, look like they're going to be good. Their family dealing with their 3 20-something-year-old kids are found burnt
just
in
doing a photo shoot."
acid in a photo shoot. So it's like,
Hey,
shit is going on in
let
this
me-
world.
let me
and
say
the small
something.
things of just life, period.
Let me just say something about that. Just, you know how people mostly say like, oh, that's a first world problem, it's a third world problem. You can't say because this over here they having this kind of problem and it's way different than the kind of problems
Suffering
you
is
have,
subjective, I understand.
then that your problems don't count anymore. I mean, your problems still count because they're your problems. That's your issues.
Right.
That doesn't even have anything to do with whether you appreciate the small things or not. I mean, your appreciation of the small things might just be that you get to spend quality time with that person that may have cancer now. That might be the reason why that's bothering you. But at the same time, I'm going to give the varying opinion.
I got it.
I think we do appreciate the small things. You know? I think most of life, when we look at it and we try to, you got people that's trying to create sound bites on, and we do that now. We try to create sound bites, and people that's trying to like highlight big things that's happening. But at the end of the day, what's the most important thing? What's the thing most people do all the time? People go to eat. You go eat with your family, with your friends. That's like the number one thing. That's like the shit everybody wants to do. Whenever somebody try to go out, they go eat. That's a small thing. Just going to eat, tasting good food.
The ability to get in the car to go eat and pay for it.
Yeah,
Have to walk
yeah.
fucking crazy miles
Yeah.
to get hopefully clean water. Like shit like that. I can just turn the faucet on and brush my teeth and let it run.
No,
I don't know if I do this. I feel so guilty sometimes
Yo,
leaving my
you know
faucet
what
on.
felt
Like,
so good?
I've done that before.
You know, small shit. It might sound small shit,
Yeah.
but I think it's fucking amazing. Just watching my son stand up for 5 seconds yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit's cool as shit.
That's cool to hear.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to cry, yo.
I'm like cheering like it's a motherfucking championship game. I
I'm actually crying.
It's more important than
Nigga be
LeBron
like-
winning the championship.
For the sake of time, who? Oh no, finish. I didn't want to cut you
No,
off. I thought
yeah, I'm just saying
about to
small
put that
shit.
combo in your mouth.
Oh,
Time to
combos.
combo.
Great.
This motherfucker eating combos.
You appreciate
He's the
combos.
first for a lot of
The
shit.
small-
He's the first.
Yo, the
for a lot
small
of shit.
things
You
in
want
life.
goddamn combo.
The small things
You
in
want
life.
combo? This shit is definitely a cancer
Appreciate
causing
this shit.
agent. Who has to touch it? Danny.
And so it was like, do people appreciate the small things?
Yeah, very
I'm good.
So like, do people take small things for granted? I guess those are two.
Do people really appreciate the small things in life? Like,
You think I guess on
Yeah.
average, do people really, or are they just so busy in their Instagram?
yeah, like,
lives
are
and,
you,
done that
you know,
Instagram is fake, by the way. You know, I love all y'all watching this shit. This is a fake ass perception in life, and people really get caught up with that shit. But unless you're making money off of this shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
still
about-
fake then.
But
It's probably even more fake.
Yeah, it's very much so.
but if it's
calculated.
making you money, money is fake altogether. You can say that shit.
Twilight Zone.
Money is fucking fake.
He's onto something here.
How's it real? How much? Like I got whatever in my bank account.
Is
right?
cryptocurrency real?
Is this real?
I think. No, you
For
got.
the sake of time, I gotta let Danny get in because we only got a few more minutes, and I still want you to hear your music. What you saying, Danny?
I would say for the most part, no.
What? Is what?
Do people truly appreciate the small things?
Mm-mm.
I would say no, and because I'll give you like a basic scenario, right?
Keep going, Dan.
Go ahead. Come on, Danny.
All right. So for us, you know, I guess the ability to walk is something like, why not, right? It's something cool, right? Now let's say you guys we go into the mall, right? And the elevator or the what is it? What
Escalator.
The escalator. Thank you.
Yeah.
The escalator's not working. I mean, I've caught myself.
she always
I've caught
good,
myself
bro.
in moments where I'm like,
Big bro.
well, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, I guess I gotta walk downstairs. And then you realize that
I can walk.
the ability to walk, not even comparing it to someone else's suffering, but the ability to walk is a gift. You know?
How's that a gift?
Hold, let him finish first.
I'm letting him finish.
No,
I
I'll
mean,
put it,
for the sake of time. 'cause we
I-
still
I
got-
am allowing him to finish.
hold on. I'll put it this way. Christmas, right? Say it's Christmas. You get a Xbox, the kid next to you doesn't get an Xbox. You got a gift he did not. If you can walk and that other dude can't, you got a fucking gift. That's a gift. Because it's not you.
How's walking a gift?
Because you don't have to
everybody
have
doesn't
legs,
it.
right?
Nigga, like 99.99999 of us can walk. How's
You're a
that?
liar. What kind of stat is that?
No,
I
hold
can
on.
see the stats.
Hold on. I'll put it this way.
That's the small things in life, right?
No, I got this. Okay? You have 10 people. 9 get an Xbox. 1 doesn't. 9 got fucking gifts. We're not owed that. That's a gift you have.
An Xbox and walking is 2 different things, bro.
Yo,
All
but
right,
look,
but
It's a metaphor, nigga. Oh my god.
It might be a
It's
metaphor.
literally supposed to
It may be a metaphor, but I don't think walking is
Yeah.
appreciating the small
No,
things. I
I'm
think that's
with
something
you.
that we expect.
No.
I think you never had the ability to walk.
Hey,
Hold on. Yo, we are allowed to debate each other. All right. This isn't a situation where we're gonna make me agree
No, we didn't
with
say
what
that.
you
we're not
saying.
making you
What
agree,
you
we're making
saying?
you
I think we're all.
Denzel, you're obviously wrong, but continue.
I want to continue and be wrong.
I say, but we can go this up. Look, we're all under 6 feet, right?
Not me, bitch.
Nah, I
I'm
can dunk,
6.
yo. I can dunk.
No, we ain't say how tall. We
He's not
say how
saying
dunk. Look, I'm 5'7", you 5, whatever.
6.
That's a 5.
Okay, 5'8". Yeah,
5'9".
Why you give me 5'7", bitch?
Whatever, right?
You know I've been lying.
I would love to be fucking 6 feet tall, but like you said, at least I could walk. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
I agree
appreciating
with
small
that.
things.
You tell me
Yo,
what
you guys are crazy.
really
You guys are crazy. You
Time out.
guys are
appreciate
crazy.
being
Look,
6
time
feet
out,
tall.
Appreciating the
I would
small. Yo, hold on,
literally
stop.
appreciate
No,
the shit
no,
out of
no.
I got something for him. I got something for him. Go ahead. I want you to finish real quick.
I'm saying that like appreciating the small things would be like
You're an asshole.
air conditioning is a small thing, right?
Walking to who?
To us, a small thing is air conditioning. Do you be like, oh, so I think that it's 67 degrees in this house and not 79? That's a small thing. Walking is something that we're supposed to be able to do. It's like saying, I appreciate having 2 nipples instead of 4.
First
That
of all,
don't make any
you
sense.
gonna go. You going next?
That
One of
makes
our guests
sense.
said walking's a gift. You're a fucking liar.
Yo,
Hey,
that's
walking is
terrible.
not a
Mama,
gift.
give us something real
Walking
quick.
is something we all born able to
He
do.
came to finish too.
We're all born with that? Okay.
Most of us, 99.999, yo.
Bro, you need to go to the
Nine.
hospital, boy.
So,
My God.
when we're talking about the small things in life, yes, it can be as big as being able to have your cell phone on the tripod, right? That could be considered a small thing, right?
True.
Right?
That's a small thing.
The luxury
Yes,
of having
that
a tripod.
counts.
The luxury of having a tripod, right? So, like you said, we're supposed to be able to walk, right? So, for instance, how many times are you able to wake up and be thankful that you even woke up that morning or that you're able to actually breathe? Because this is the thing. If your air, you don't understand that, like when you appreciate
Touch
even
the
the
shoulder,
air
Paul.
that you're bringing it, like that you can breathe
Guys,
in.
you guys.
Hold on, no, listen.
Oh, is this church?
How many times? No, no, I'm just saying.
Take
Go ahead,
that.
go ahead.
Big walking
That's the
is not a
smallest
gift.
thing.
It's not a gift. It's normal.
Right,
Hold
you
on,
said
hold
not
on.
a gift.
No. It's a
Thank you.
gift.
I
Because we
don't
don't
have
have
to
to.
him a holy walk.
I'm trying to.
Right.
Hold on, let Mark go. Good.
Marvin, I'm listening to Marvin.
So, the simplest thing in life that allows us to live, like which is breath.
We all appreciate that. We appreciate that we can breathe, but it's not the small thing.
No.
It's something that we all can do. Okay, do you appreciate having eyelids? How about eyelashes? Eyebrows? Do you appreciate?
Well, I appreciate.
Do you appreciate?
Hold on. I can answer this. The answer is no, and we should. Is why I said no to that.
No, we should not appreciate that.
Why?
It's a normal. There are some people that don't have eyelashes, okay? But nobody's walking around saying, "I'm glad I got eyelashes."
No,
guys."
why?
Except for
That's why the answer is no.
That's why the answer.
But that doesn't. That's
Keep
not.
going.
That's not the small things.
It
That's
is.
just shit we expect to have.
Because it's small.
Because we expect to have.
No, I mean, come on, yo.
Definition of small thing. I see where we hang
Do you
out.
appreciate toenails? You got toenails, Marvin. I mean, Nick.
Actually, I don't, and I'm kind
I'm
of
saying
jealous
we
that you
don't
motherfuckers do.
appreciate the small things in life.
I'm thinking we don't. And I think that is an example of a small for me.
Get the fuck
I'm
out
gonna
of
tell
here.
you why.
Yo, you guys are violining me right now.
So listen, cry with me. Some anecdotal experience. Check it out. When I lost my knee from my kickboxing fight, I realized the day afterwards, oh my
Yeah,
God,
appreciate
this
it.
walking shit, like the ability to not be able to straighten my leg, I couldn't even fuck, my God. Listen, I like doggy style. Let's keep it not safe for Israel. If your knee is fucked up, keep doing that like that.
Yeah, right.
And you try to hit the doggy style, but you can't, you off the edge of the
Right.
bed like this, you really appreciate the small things of the use of your limbs. And they're like, damn, you start being like, damn.
Yo, the small thing is like being able to like. The small thing is like being
That's your
able
small
to
thing.
being
My
able to
small
like
thing is
being able to
What?
like cook paninis or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Having a panini maker,
Somebody shoot him in the
that's the
chest.
small
Shoot him in the
thing.
chest with
you know?
salt bullets. Shoot him in the chest with salt bullets so he don't
Shoot
die.
him in the, hold up, no, shoot him in his foot, make him
Yo.
appreciate how much
Yo,
he would
Strawberries is the small things, yo. Having a girl that gives you blowjobs.
I think the
That's the
definition
small
I think
things,
the
yo.
definition of small things is different for everybody.
Yep.
Maybe ours is on the higher end of the small things.
Yo, you guys are micro smalling it. You
Yo,
guys are like,
because-
yo, I have a pancreas, 2
I want a
livers.
leg versus a panini. Fuck you. What you say, yo? I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk, my
All
guy.
right.
Fuck,
Yo, they
look,
tripping,
fuck, like, yo,
Look,
I
they
have
tripping, yo.
the
Hey,
money
look,
to afford
have you ever
making
been
a
without
panini.
your own for 6 months? I'm
What
just
kind of question
asking.
is
Have
that,
you ever
yo?
been without your own for 6 months?
I have, yo.
Wait.
I got a new one.
Prove it to us.
Okay.
I knew it. I hate
y'all
it so much.
tripping,
All right, so look.
I was in a sling for
No,
6 months.
we done with topics.
Yeah,
Because
we
gotta hear some music, yo.
showcase
We gotta hear some music.
The one and motherfucking only.
We got
multi-talented. Chauncey. Motherfucking Baltimore. Ex-stripper, right?
Nah,
Not
nah.
ex-stripper. Okay. Ex-gang. Not ex-gang.
What about
Let's play
escort?
it.
You the escort?
Still stripping. Club buns. That's the Baltimore right there.
Love buns?
Club buns. Don't ever Google it, though.
All right, come on, let's hear some of that
I don't
music,
know.
pimp.
Justify it. Listen, let's
I
do
ain't
something with.
gonna play a beat. I'll play some songs.
Play a song with the Creek Boys. Shout out to Creek Boys again. We gotta get them on the show. You gotta set it up. You can come with them. It's 4 of them though, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of deep. I don't know.
Oh,
You can still come.
It depends because if my house is done, you can try to work on
Yo,
something.
Y'all niggas come to my house in the studio.
Yeah!
Oh,
Let's do that. Let's
Woo.
do an in-studio session.
Oh, we gonna have some
That's
of that.
dope.
and
And
you
you
had to do one at the gym one day too.
Yeah, we do. You can't
Okay.
be pressing though because you're too small.
Hard drive ready for
That
y'all niggas.
motherfucker there.
He's swole, but you know.
That nigga.
He don't like camera time.
Let us know if you're a backup singer.
I should
So
play
we
some
gonna
shit
play
that's
some
on
fire real
iTunes. I'll play some shit that's on iTunes. Y'all can go check them Creek Boys.
Oh.
You got any exclusives for the show? Hold up. Listen. We want exclusive. We want some shit that they gotta come check us for.
Okay.
Fuck iTunes.
They gotta come
check
holler at
us.
There's a
us.
new
Holla at
single. I didn't finish mixing the song down, but fuck it.
New
It's
single.
dope.
Who the artist?
Celebrate. It's Creek Boys. I play it.
You produced it?
I didn't make this beat,
Okay. Shout out to producer out though. They always love. I know how it is.
but here you go.
It's
Fuck
not-
it.
Excited.
New shit. DJ.
I think this song's pretty dope.
That's your track dance, man.
Now, if the producer's on some shit, I want to remake this beat, which I've done
What's my
before.
negotiation part of it?
Yeah, I fuck with this
She wanna kick it like salsa. I hate it, she gon' make pop.
shit.
Creek Boys?
Right? Yeah.
God damn, this shit hard.
I got a hundred of K's, running around these plays. They know I just beat the cage. Now it's all celebrate.
That's the sound right
I
there.
like
Put
that.
the beat on your hip. Already know how this shit be.
Ooh. This summertime turn up.
The diamond chances. Me and my niggas. Around. Around. I'm playing some nice shit.
Especially after you explain how you got everybody on the mic. Like, I appreciate you.
Right, because now it's like yo, you can tell that that's like that little.
You celebrate, right?
Celebrate.
Creek
goddamn
Boys
it.
celebrate. Exclusive, not safe for ears. You ain't hear this shit nowhere else.
I don't think I got this
Fucking
shit
war.
is them.